felt to me like we're going strong. We have this great plot point, and at the end, it's like we need to end this.
Oh yeah, I'll send it here.
Are we done filming?
Kill everybody.
Let's just end it? Okay, we'll just end it here. And you're like, wait, what? Mm-hmm. So the ending for me was a little weak, and who am I? I've never made a movie or directed a movie. I've just watched a million of them. But
girl, and even
as they went on...
Yeah. Even with weak endings, I still watch them.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
I've seen them all multiple times. Would watch them again.
Same.
You know, mostly I would watch them to see Divine being Divine.
I love it.
And Divine... I thought she was a good actress.
I did too.
You know, and she... What was the... Polyester.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh,
so when Polyester was released to theaters, it was released in Smell-O-Vision.
Oh, I hate that.
Yes. So when you bought your ticket to the movie, it came with a little scratch and sniff card.
I hate it.
And so, as they were doing a scene, a little number would flash on the corner of the screen to tell you which thing to scratch and sniff. Yeah.
No, ma'am. Did you go?
No. I think, was I too young? Was I too broke? Who knows? I didn't go see it. I've seen it on, video. But when they first released it on VHS, and if you're young and you don't know what VHS is, I don't care. When they first released it on VHS... They actually inserted a little scratch and sniff card into the VHS so you could have the same experience.
Girl, I want to find one. I wonder if we could find
Can you imagine
one?
if all these years later it still smelled? That would be amazing.
Scream.
What was kind of funny to me is the guy who played Divine's love interest was Tab Hunter.
Who was also in Lost in the Dust.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he was one of those heartthrobs of the 50s.
Okay.
And... nobody, wink wink, knew he was gay. Right?
Uh-huh.
Everybody in Hollywood knew he was gay.
Except everyone who slept with him.
I'm not sure what you're implying. But for him to do, like, this, that was his big kind of coming back out of retirement-ish, was Polyester. And he did a lot of things after that.
Yeah.
But it was like, oh, you're going to come right out of the closet, right into a John Waters film?
I know. So, no, you've been straight this whole time. I get it.
Right. So, I know this is off topic, but I want to say it anyway.
Okay.
So, I watched the documentary of Tab Hunter's life. Watch it. He passed, I think last year or the year before. Yeah. God rest his soul. But I was watching his documentary, and he talked about how he had a love affair with Anthony Perkins, who, starred in Psycho.
Right.
And they had this kind of on again, off again. It went on for quite a while. And then Anthony Perkins met a woman and decided... he was straight.
Mm-hmm. That's how that works.
That happens. Mm-hmm. And it was like, that never happened. I never had an affair with you. Who are you? Get out.
Right.
So that was just... On that note, I think we are going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. And we are back. While we were on break, Annika found the DVD or Blu-ray?
No, it's DVD.
DVD of...
Polyester, and it has the Odorama card inside. It's so interesting. So yeah, it does say that you'll need to scratch and sniff when prompted, and I think that we should get it.
I want to know who invented scratch and sniff. Because I know when I was a kid, when that first came out, there was like, you'd get these cards with different things. It's like, this smells like strawberries. It was usually nice things.
Yeah.
I can tell you in this movie, it is not.
I can't
always
wait.
Nice things.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
But who was sitting at home one day and said, if only I could smell these things whenever I wanted to.
Yeah, I know.
I want to sell them to children who will love them. And
I just really like artificial fruit smells. So I just really think that if I could have a scratch and sniff of that, and stickers and markers, like, I don't get it. I don't get any of that, you know?
No.
It makes sense to me.
So one of the things we have decided, it's just me. I decided I wanted to do every week, but I did clear it with Annika because, this is both of us. Mm-hmm. Is I wanted to tell a story every week from my drag career and just call it Tales from the Drag Closet. And if you know any drag queens, you'll know they all have a drag closet, which is often a room where they keep all their drag crap, but they refer to it as either their drag room or their drag closet, and it's usually highly disorganized. Often a mess, because drag queens tend to, at the end of the night, explode. Mm-hmm. So they come into their drag room, they take everything off, and often it stays there on the floor until they get back to it whenever.
Right.
And I, through my career, have had more and less organized drag spaces. I've had my own dressing room at the bar for many, many years, and it was
beautiful and clean, organized.
It was something. But I had a place to hang up my clothes, and the fact that they were on hangers was something, right?
You did great.
So I wanted to tell stories just that I find particularly funny, that I have told over the years, that some that I haven't told, and for me to have not told a story, that's kind of miraculous, because I am a storyteller by nature.
What?
So picture it, if you will, 1983. I'm 21 years old. I've just started doing drag. And my crazy, crazy friend, Dee Dee Rose, from Vancouver, Washington. If you're listening, Dee Dee, thank God you're still alive. Yay, Dee Dee.
Thank you.
Love her. Love her to bits. Funniest queen I've ever met. Just totally goofy. Anyway, calls me up on the landline, because that's all that existed then.
Right.
Called me up and said, girl, I have a gig for us where we're going to get paid. Now, I'm going to tell you, if you are only aware of Drag Since Drag Race, or, don't really know the history, most queens work for virtually nothing. You would do a show, you'd work for tips, probably some drink tickets, whatever. But you would jump at the opportunity to do a show and hopefully make a little bit of money, because we was all broke. So she called me, she said, I have a gig, they're paying us, it's at an out-of-town bar. Now, being young and dumb, I didn't ask any questions. Why would I ask questions?
Why would you do that?
Money. I'm broke as a joke, and the girl going to pay me. Now, did I ask how much she was paying me? No.
You said money.
No, she said money and drag, and I was like, I'm in.
Oh, okay.
So she's like, I will pick you up. I was like, good, because I don't have a car. Broke as a joke. So
exactly.
On the night of the show, I get all done up. I pack my bag so I have clothes for the costume changes and whatever. And by the way, my costumes then were probably really sad, and I'd made them myself, or who knows what. Anyhow, she comes, she picks me up, and we get onto the I-5 and start driving towards Washington. And I was like, oh, so where is this gig? And she tells me it's in Ridgefield, Washington. First of all, had I even known what Ridgefield, Washington was, I'd have gotten out of the car and probably walked
just
home
on the freeway.
Yes, I'd have jumped out on the freeway, because Ridgefield, Washington is no bigger than the town I grew up in.
Woof.
Right?
No, ma'am.
But apparently this man who worked in this bar there thought it would be fun to have drag queens come do a show in redneck Ridgefield.
Oh, and I love that.
In their little one-horse town, in their little teeny tiny bar. Okay. All right. So I'm guessing they've thought this through. I guessed wrong.
Girl.
So we get there, and there's virtually no one there because we're kind of early. And I'm looking around this place, and I mean, it's your typical kind of little tavern. It's not very big, whatever. And I was like, quick question, where is the stage? And they're like, oh, well, what we were going to do is just put a board over the pool table. Yeah. We're going to put a sheet of plywood. I'm sorry, but if anybody here has ever walked on a sheet of plywood, it's not solid.
No,
it bends. And I'm a big bitch. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Safety.
So let's talk about logistics. How am I going to get onto the pool table and then back down? Is someone going to catch me? Am I just going to leap into the crowd?
Yeah, pretty princess, and they just catch you.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Love it.
So I was like, oh, okay. Well, that sounds sketchy, but I'm getting paid.
This whole job sounds sketchy,
getting
girl.
paid.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's kind of the thing that kept running through my mind. I'm getting paid. That's all I care about. I don't have no money, so I'm getting paid. Well, then I'm looking around, and I said, okay, so it's dark in here. Do you have a spotlight? And the bartender says, oh, I didn't think about it. Do we need a spotlight? I said, it's dark in here. I didn't paint my face to have nobody be able to see me, and we are lip syncing. If they cannot see our lips moving, there's no point to this show.
Yep.
I could just be some crazy drunk lady dancing on the pool table.
Which...
And it wouldn't, and I was sober.
Right.
I maybe should have been drunk. It probably would have worked.
Girl.
And so he's like, well, hang on. I think I can take care of this. Now, the next thing I'm going to say to you, only country people will understand. The man goes out to his truck and comes back with a frog gigging light.
Oh my God.
See, Because you two grew up in the country. For those of you who do not know, that is this ridiculously powerful flashlight that you take out at night on the water in your little rowboat to catch frogs. Because as you shine it on the water, you can see their little eyes up above the water. And then you catch the frogs. Yeah. Because they're more docile at night, I guess. I don't know.
Family dinner.
I don't know. But I'm like, okay, we have a frog gigging light.
Bitch, do I look like an amphibian? Take that light down. That would be me, girl.
Maybe. Who knows what I used for makeup then? I might have looked like an amphibian.
My fence, probably.
Who knows? I don't even know. I don't know. I think in my imaginings of the story that I was gorgeous.
Right.
But I had just started doing drag, so I probably was pretty busted. But who cares?
That's okay.
Who cares?
Learning.
So, those problems taken care of. We have the stage, we have the lights, we have the music, because they did have a sound system, as most bars do. We do our show. We get the lukewarm response that I kind of expected. What
the hell is this?
Yeah. And so, but we got paid. The man gave us our money. And we did make a few tips once people saw, because, we were priming the pump. We each tipped each other so that the people would be, we're supposed to give them money. Yes.
Right.
Because, you got to educate the people.
Right.
You got to educate the children on what to do. So we were tipping each other, and I'm sure I probably had $2 to my name. I was like, here's my tip. Give it back to me later.
Yeah.
Whatever. The show ends. We get paid. We get our drinks. Because, we were trying not to drink till the end of the show, so none of us fell off the pool table.
Sure.
Yeah. And the bartender says to me, I have arranged an escort to get you back to your car safely and out of town. And I was like, wait, what? And he goes, well, I'm just a little concerned. Now you're concerned?
Is your concern now?
Now a warning? It's like, what? And he's like, well, there's been some rumblings and we're going to have the sheriff.
Oh, goody.
Of Ridgefield, who probably was the bigger asshole than all the people who were threatening.
Yeah, exactly.
Walk us to our car, and we all did ride in one car. I'm sure it looked like a fucking clown car. We rode in one car. He not only walked us to our car, made sure we were all safely inside, that our hair had made it into, and then literally followed us to the on-ramp onto the I-5 freeway to make sure that we safely made it out of his city.
Girl, well, Andy Griffith did his job that day, didn't he?
Right? Oh my God. It was crazy.
How terrifying.
But I lived to tell.
But you got paid.
And I got paid. I'm sure that I went and bought, boxes of ramen after that to live for the next few weeks, the next few gigs. But yeah.
And now you're like, I have stories and I got money. So.
Right. I have a great story.
Safety.
I had a few bucks in my pocket. I had a pocket.
Girl,
I had a few bucks in my beautiful purse, because if nothing else, my purses were always on point.
Good.
Okay.
I'm glad you had priorities.
Okay. I'm prioritized. I was wearing some busted ass shoes, some busted ass makeup.
Some piece of fabric you rolled around in,
but
pinned
my
it to
purses
yourself.
were cute.
Good.
So, anyway.
You have to have some sort of standard.
Well, not necessarily.
Okay.
But that would be good. But standards. Who has standards? Not me. So that is going to bring us to the end of yet another show here, to our second show, and hopefully one in many. Right?
You're welcome.
You're welcome. I know you're also happy that we're here. We're happy that we're here. Agreed. We had a great time and
fun times.
We got to do what we like to do, which is just sit and talk and shoot the shit. So we'll be here next week. Who knows what we'll talk about? Oh, but I was going to say we will be putting together an actual permanent email address for our show where you can email us questions or comments or queries or whatever you would like. But for right now, I'm going to just give you my personal one. Whatever. Which is Pattiodora, Pattiodora, which is my stage name, at Comcast.net. If you want to send a question, a query, whatever. Or if you have anything you would like us to discuss, go ahead and send that to us. And remember to like and subscribe.
Yes.
And tell all your friends so that they'll come listen to us too. All your friends.
During COVID, we have so many friends. Go tell all of them.
Well,
post it on your social media.
Right. Tell them on social media and
all your
steer clear of them.
Real friends.
Right. Right. All right.
All right.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you
next time.
See you.
I don't see
we'll
anybody.
Talk to you next week.
Bye.
Bye.